you mentioned the words, I'm going to bring it up, therapists. When we say therapists, particularly in the Black community, I'm going to get more specific, particularly for Black males. That's not a word that we want to mention often. Mm-mm. How helpful has that been for you?
Oh my God, it's been tremendous, and I'll try to keep it short with my story. But my introduction to therapy was not by choice. I didn't one day realize that, hey, I'd like to go get it right, because my understanding of therapy, like you mentioned, growing up as a Black man, was therapy was for people who had either mental problems, who had issues being. I need to go figure out why I'm like this or why I'm like that. It was typically in a connotation of you need help.
Yes,
there's something wrong with you. And so for me, I was in a situation at the time where, my wife at the time told me, "Hey, listen, we should consider getting marriage counseling." And my first initial reaction was no. Like, why would I go speak with someone and have them tell me what's wrong with us? Well, we have to give them the information to analyze, and I already have the information and I have the background. But thankfully, I did finally agree, and that was the beginning of a journey. And this was almost 5 years ago. And I've since been divorced. However, that was the beginning of a journey that didn't stop. Right, once that door opened up, and I started to realize the value and how it allowed me to go on this inward journey. And I think that's what therapy is about. I think sometimes is it lost in translation or definition.
Right.
And for me, it's that inward journey to places within my thoughts that I typically, whether consciously or unconsciously, don't go.